Today we talking about the rematch that rocked the streets, Axeman versus Ryan Martin. If you felt that the last few races in No Prep Kings were thrilling, you should brace yourself because what happened in Ohio was insanity on a whole new level. Set the setting, please. The air, the blacktop gleaming, the motors growling like savage pit bulls, the sun hammering down, enough thickness to cut using a torque wrench. On the strip it was all business, but this time there was more than just a fire under the hoods. It had a personal element. Ryan Martin, the Oklahoma Hammer in his blood-red Camaro, faced off against Axeman, also known as Larry Rote. Ryan won their first dance, but the fallout caused a fire beneath Axeman that might melt asphalt. We'll simply say that he wasn't happy about losing. Absolutely. Not just the points, but a blow to the ego. Losing doesn't just hurt racers like Axeman, it also builds their brand. These drivers' dignity, reputation, and street cred are all negatively impacted in addition to their stat sheet losses. Although Ryan's victory was clean, Axeman felt it went too far. And if Street Outlaws has taught us anything, it's that grudges are fuel. What then did Axeman do? Exactly what any street warrior would do. He demanded a rematch from Ryan. Meanwhile, in Camp OKC, an important choice. The OKC camp had its own turmoil as Axeman was hatching a plan for atonement. This season, Doc had to make a difficult decision. Who receives his points? Ryan, who leads with 135 points and has a good chance of winning the championship, is on one side. Chuck Sightsingers, on the other hand, could use a lifeline after fighting off automobile gremlins all season. This involved more than simply strategy. It also involved loyalty, cooperation, and long-term planning. Doc awarded Chuck his points after some back and forth, which shocked many but demonstrated the OKC crew's compassion. Show respect, curveballs, chaos, and callouts. It was open season for callouts before the rubber hit the road, and boy, did things get crazy. Dominator broke Big Chief's typically composed demeanor by taking a stand and challenging him. Suddenly, Randy Williams was called out by a woman named Stinky Piney. That one was unexpected even by the announcer. With just 20 points, Randy turned the tables and took on Lizzie Musey, who believed she had a layup at 110 points. As it happens, Randy had a new motor and a point to prove, and he was on a mission. And just when you thought the starting lineup was decided, second-ranked Kai Kelly challenged Ryan Martin in the ultimate gauntlet. Crowd went nuts. But Ryan, playing chess while everyone else was playing checkers, declined and rolled the dice with the random draw. Fate had a plan though. He pulled Axeman's name. The rematch, part 2 of Axeman versus Ryan. Everyone had been waiting for this moment, Axeman's race for vengeance. Two of the game's most formidable racers tore down the strip as the lights went out and the engines screamed. In the end, Ryan Martin crossed that line first, but it was close. Almost like an edge-of-your-seat moment. Once more. Even though he had a fantastic run, Axeman failed. His expression made it clear that this story is far from ended. More chaos, collisions, resurrections, and money. The action continued after that. Amarillo. In order to maintain his aspirations for the season, Mike faced the Vixen and won. Big Chief reminded everyone why he's still a powerhouse by defeating Kai Kelly with an incredible $40,000 victory. Birdman lost control and crashed while attempting to knock Ryan off. It was a frightening moment, but fortunately he is fine. Monza and Chuck had their own altercation in OKC. Chuck was completely classy in losing, and Monza won. Even with his new setup and a burning desire, Randy Williams was unable to overcome Sean Willow, and Big Chief versus Reaper. Although there was a lot of tension, there was also a strong current of respect for one another. The best of Street Outlaws drama. This was a full-fledged story, not just a race night. Each round served as a reminder of the reasons we adore this scene, igniting old rivalries and sparking new ones. It is unrelenting, honest, and unvarnished. Even if Axeman didn't get the retribution he wanted this time, you can be sure he will return faster, stronger, and more enraged. Street Outlaws. No Prep Kings is heating up like never before this season. Anything can happen on these streets, so keep your heart prepared, your ears alert, and your eyes locked.